Hello, everyone. My name is Marissa Heber, and I work in the communications department here at the NHDP. Today, I am joined by Sebastian, Joshua, and Phil for this special edition of the Grassroots Activist Spotlight. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing them to hear more about their work and how it keeps this building running smooth. Some arguably may say smoother than a Dunkin' drive-through. So to start us off, Sebastian, I'm going to send the first question to you. If your job had one theme song, given that you drive all these miles to the events, what would it be?
I think from the Chicago convention, there's one song that I always gonna remember from that moment specific. Don't Stop Believing. You know, when we would announce New Hampshire and the votes, and it was just how impactful that moment was, and how the New Hampshire delegation was so like cheery and energized, and that to me was like a really impactful moment. And that song goes with me wherever I go.
I love it. Keeps the work going.
That's it. Don't stop believing. That's the essence of politics, you know.
Yeah. Joshua, I'll move to you. A fun question for you since everyone knows how well you dress. What is your go-to canvas launch outfit?
Ooh, love that. For me, I would say, good pair of jeans, nothing with holes in it. You got to keep it professional for when you're out knocking doors. A good pair of sneakers. I personally prefer Pumas, super comfortable. Then a flannel, and of course, you have to have a vest in the fall. So
I feel like that's New Hampshire core.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. And Phil, I'll jump to you next. If the political team had a mascot, what would it be?
Okay, it's tricky. I think I'm going to go with one of my favorite animals, a Labrador Retriever.
Okay.
A loyal and devoted friend and companion, boundless energy, at their best when allowed to roam and cover lots of ground. There when you need them. Hopefully some traits that we exhibit here as a team.
Creative.
That's perfect. I love
Yeah,
it.
that's really creative. Maybe it's our sign we should get an office dog.
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm down for that.
Okay, I love it.
I know a couple that could apply.
Yeah. And Phil, I'll stick to you. What's a skill you've learned from our local activists that you use today?
Okay, perhaps more of a character trait than a skill, but I would like to focus on resilience here. I'm really prone to getting absorbed in and dejected by some of the news emanating from Washington, and rather than wallow and feel disconsolate, I've been able to take a lesson from a lot of our activists to be pragmatic, focus on what's ahead, what you can't control. There's a lot of work to do in the here and now, and it helps me to avoid getting too down in the dumps.
Very important lesson. Shout out to our activists. Sebastian, back to you. What's your favorite part about working with our local town committees in New Hampshire?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think to me would be the amount of storytellers that we have out there is tremendous. You go up in Coast County, you go in Cheshire County, wherever you go in New Hampshire, every town chair has a story. Every town chair has a reason why they got engaged with the Democratic Party and the town committee, and that to me is just as powerful as anything else. That's what we need in communications, in politics. Powerful storytellers that wanna fight for what they believe in, and also to share why they're doing the work they do. And many of them are doing it as a volunteer, and that to me is just super powerful.
Yeah. And we all know Democrats just had a really successful November election feat. Here in New Hampshire, we won 111 municipal races, whether that was city council or local town elections. So Josh, being from Manchester, we know you all swept the school board, gained a majority on the board of mayor and aldermen. What is your one magic moment from this past municipal election cycle?
Yeah, I would say, it's definitely the number one I'll get to in a second, but the second best was definitely sweeping the entire school board. It's the first time in Manchester history that we'd have all members of one party be in charge of the school board. Truly a mandate from the city about our values for supporting public education. But the true magic moment for me was sitting in the back room of our office office at Manchester and getting the results in that not only did we beat Joe Kelly Lavasser, an extreme MAGA extremist, I mean, truly one of the worst politicians in New Hampshire. Not only did we beat him, he came in fourth. And, many people said, oh, he's unbeatable. He'll never have 2 seats at large. But we really did get that there. And, Danny O'Neill and June Trisciani just teamed up and did a great job, as well as all of our aldermen. And, we really scared the Republicans, and they are panicking on what Manchester is going to look like come 2026 with the state reps and state senate seats.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can send Victoria Sullivan packing next too. That is what I'm known for.
Fingers
Is
crossed.
kicking Sullivan out of office. So
Yeah.
Do it.
let's try it again.
Yeah. Finally, the end of JKL.
Absolutely.
Who would have thought?
I know.
Me.
Yeah.
Super exciting win. And I'll stick to you. Name one of our local leaders, whether that's in Manchester, Nashua, or across the state, who inspires you, and maybe a little bit about why they inspire you.
Yeah. I'll stick with right off the municipals. Jason Bonilla, who was our school board member in Ward 5 of Manchester, just got elected as an alderman in Ward 5. He truly took it to heart that he needed to represent his community and hold his values. And he knocked on almost every single door in Ward 5. And it's a pretty mixed area with a lot of apartments, so it's not easy to knock on those doors. But he continued to do it, and he did it by himself, almost the entire ward. And of course, he had a lot of volunteers knocking on top of that as well. But he has never lost touch with the people that he's trying to represent. And I think if we had more elected officials who held on to those values of keeping to their local neighborhoods of what those folks need, I think New Hampshire and this country would be a lot better place if we had more people like Jason.
Yeah. Shout out Jason, we love you.
We love
Hey,
Jason.
Latinos.
Yeah. Sebastian, back to you. Everyone knows you're a parent of many kids. I was personally shocked when I found out how many.
Shout out to my 4 little ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is one parenting skill that translates to your political work?
I think this goes connected to what I mentioned about storytellers. Listening. My kids at home, they're all special to me in every different way. And I see town chairs and county chairs the same way. Everybody has different skills. Everybody has different priorities. And that to me is just listening to what the needs are and what they want to fight for and how they want to organize. And I don't stop learning from them. The same way I don't stop learning from my children. So that's a skill that I definitely I think comes in handy from time to time when I have to meet with these folks. The listening is not just with town chairs and county chairs though, but also listening with folks that knock on the doors, folks that call us or send us an email telling us that there's a struggle that they will love for the Democratic Party to listen to them. And that to me, just answering the phone and picking up and having those conversations with random strangers, I learn a lot from it. So that to me is the skill that we all actually have.
Great advice from Super Dad Sebastian.
That's right.
And Phil, I have to ask as the closing question, and as a proud UNC alum, how does it feel to have who used to be a New England gem coaching your alma mater to defeat?
Not great, and I thank you for the question, Marissa. The only thing worse than the outfield product is the PR circus that now surrounds the program. We are well accustomed to disappointing performance on the gridiron in North Carolina. I think better to focus on a Chapel Hill export to New England and local icon Drake May, who is ushering the Pats into a new era of success.
Super Bowl, baby. Super Bowl.
Here we come.
That's right.
Pats are back. You
Finally.
heard it here first.
Finally.
Well, thank you all for joining us for this special edition of the Grassroots Activist Spotlight. The political team, do you have anything to say before we close it off?
Yeah, I think on behalf of the political team, to every town chair, county chair, activist, Democratic leader out there, thank you so much for your patience, for your energy, for calling us, having, we have good conversations, sometimes tough conversations, but here we are doing the work that we do every single day, and it's not possible without the contributions of all of you. We love it. We are here for 2026. We're just gonna get prepared and ready for it, and we're looking forward for a blue New Hampshire in 2026. I cannot wait till the election day. We're gonna see the three of us canvassing all over, driving, putting a lot of miles, and not just us, but also the complete NHDP team. I think it's gonna be a successful 2026, and thank you again. Thank you for the work you do, and we're here to help you anytime.